planting in the summertime and then how you maintain those plantings and any other plantings you have during hot, dry weather. So really all you need to be a successful gardener in the summertime is plenty of water. You want to water your plants before they go in the ground and continue watering them after they go in the ground. At this time of year particularly, this really applies any time of year, but it is imperative in the summertime that your plant go in with its root ball completely saturated with water. I use a bucket. I actually soak my plants before I plant them. After I've soaked them for a couple of hours or even overnight, I want the plant literally dripping wet. So you want to dig your hole a little bit wider than your plant, but barely deeper. We don't want the plant to then settle too much. You want to constantly be adding organic material to our soils. I'm going to mix compost into the existing soil, so we're going to give it a nice dose of our extra organic material. So I also want to make sure that my soil is well wetted. This applies to a pot or to the ground. Okay, so after my plants are wet and my soil is wet, I add Sure Start. I cannot emphasize enough how important this product is. This goes under the roots to help the roots get established. As soon as the plant gets planted and watered, all of those nutrients go to work to help the plant develop a big, healthy root system that will help it get through summer drought and also through the cold and often very dry conditions of the winter. Like all EB Stone products, this is an all organic product, so you don't have to worry about getting too much in the hole. I don't even measure anymore. You cannot over fertilize with the EB Stone line. As you can see, it's densely root bound at the bottom and all around the sides. If you put something like this in the ground or in a container, the roots are just going to circle. They're going to continue in the same orientation they're in right now. So this is my favorite tool for doing that. It's the Japanese root rake. Comb it like you were combing really snarled hair. So pull those out, and yes, you'll do some damage to the roots, but honestly, that helps stimulate root growth. Then put in your plant. It goes directly on top of the Sure Start. You want the Sure Start in contact with the plant's root system so you can get those nutrients and the encapsulated microorganisms working with the root as fast as possible. And then you just backfill. Make sure that the root is slightly proud, just a little bit above the surrounding soil so there's room for settling. You can kind of settle the soil as you go. Don't stomp on it or compact it. Just settle it in. Then, before you do anything else, give it yet another drink of water. Also, when you use a hose in a container or again out in the landscape, make sure you're getting everywhere in the container, or if you've got a plant in the landscape, that you're getting around it. And you want to make sure that it really, really soaks in deeply. All you have to do now is keep it watered. So now, watering in the summertime. If something has been planted in the last 2 years, you've got to water it often and deeply. So that's maybe 3 times a week, very, very deeply. The single biggest cause that we see during the summertime of plant loss is from drip irrigation systems. Drip irrigation systems can be used for maintenance, But for new plantings, you need to then move either to hand watering or use a sprinkler, an oscillating sprinkler, a fan sprinkler, a spray sprinkler, something that you can put a lot of water out and then leave it on the bed for a couple of hours. Do a longer watering less often. Your plants will be watered more deeply. That will encourage their root systems to grow down more deeply into the soil. The deeper the roots are, the better they can weather anything that gets thrown at us in the wintertime. And as you know, our winters can be extremely variable. All right, so to recap, there are 5 basic steps to planting in the summertime. 1 is pre-soak the plant. 2 is prepare the hole. Number 3 is to break up the roots of the plant. Number 4 is to plant it, incorporating the Sure Start underneath the plant. And 5 is on an ongoing basis until the rains return in the fall, is to keep it deeply, deeply watered throughout the hot, dry weather. If you do all of these things, you should have a happy plant and a beautiful addition to your garden. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we see you soon at the nursery. We've got lots of wonderful plants for you to take a look at.